Hey guys, Luke back with another video. This one's going to be on all of the cookbook locations. I came out with about 45 in total, and there isn't anything really special that I need to tell you other than that I do a lot of yapping to explain specific locations and how to reach them because the DLC can be a little bit complex and layered. So if you already know how to reach a specific race that I mentioned, please do skip ahead because there will be quite a bit of that. And with that said, if you like it, leave it a like, consider subscribing for more guides to come, and let's get started. To get Ancient Dragon Knight's Cookbook 1, head to the Fog Rift Catacombs, and this one gives the red lightning pot. The Fog Rift Catacombs is just right here near the castle front, right before Castle Ensis. Just go to Castle Front, head right up the road, and it's a linear path straight up to here. And then once you're inside, we'll just head this way. Whenever there's blood on the floor, that means there's a spike ceiling. So be careful of that. Cannon guy up ahead. Go right, and then you'll find the cookbook sitting right here. To get the Ancient Dragon Knight's Cookbook 2, this gives you Dragon Bolt Grease as well as Drawstring Dragon Bolt Grease. Head up to the Scorpion River Catacombs. And if you don't know how to reach this area, go over to Morth Ruins. Go to this marker here, that's going to put you in a cave. You'll pop out on this side into this poison area. Then you'll go underneath this landmass. It'll put you here, and then you'll go right down to here, the Temple Town Ruins, and then go up the river on a linear path all the way to the dungeon. And that's where I'm at now. This dungeon has a death blight in it, as well as some other traps and imps. There's going to be a basilisk statue up there that puts death blight on us, so you can stand behind stuff to stop it. Cannonball guy. Go right here. Whenever there's blood on the floor, that means there's a spike ceiling. And there's another one right around this corner. Ah. Thought I was out of it. Apparently it's not exactly to the blood, so be careful. Through here. Gonna be a big cannon around the corner. Spellcaster, very scary. It's really hard. Careful of that guy. It does a splashdown effect after it casts out of the ground. Oh. Drop down right here onto the bridge below. Climb up the ladder. And then you'll find the cookbook right here in this room. Oh, man, imps everywhere. Hope they don't die getting to it. And there it is. To get the Antiquity Scholar's Cookbook 1, this is the Fire Sprite Stone. Head to Templetown Ruins. And if you don't know how to reach the Templetown Ruins, go over to Morth Ruins. And then go up to this marker. That's going to be a cave. You'll go through there, pop out here. Go up to here. And then go underneath that. You'll reach this grace right here. Head down the road. And that's how you reach the grace that I'm at now. And then from this grace, we're just going to go up to this 2 marker. And that should be a cave for us to go into. Watch out for these pest enemies. I'm going to go around them so they don't shoot at me. And here we are. Go ahead and kill this guy right here. And that's how you get that one. To get the Antiquity Scholar Cookbook 2, this one gives the Sprite Stone. Go to Viaduct Miner Tower. And if you don't know how to reach this green area, you can go over to Shadow Keep and travel linearly through here up to the 1st floor storehouse grace. Make a left and then go down the elevator. Travel across the big bridge, and that's how you get to here. And then from here, we're going to go right to the right. And then we can go down and then loot it near a big statue. Just go ahead and jump onto this head. Don't miss. I guess I didn't take that much fall damage. And there it is. To get the Battlefield Priest Cookbook 1, this gives you golden grease as well as drawstring golden grease. Head over to Church District entrance. This is the back area behind Shadow Keep. If you don't know how to reach this area, go to Morth Ruins. Drop down into the big hole. That'll bring you to Bonnie Village, and then you can just head right up the road pretty linearly. And that'll bring you to this grace, and then from there you just keep going, and that's how you reach me. And then from here we need to lower the water level in this area. We can do that by pulling a lever, and then we'll loot the cookbook down inside the water. Do a running jump here. Drop down. It's going to be Fire Knights in here. I'm going to go ahead and kill them. Or try to. I do fire damage, so I might not be able to kill them too well. Oh, never mind. Go out here. Careful of the hole right here. Ambush bats to your right here. Climb the ladder. Hit this and this will lower the water. Turn around, and now we can go back out the way we came. Go in here and drop down. This Fire Knight drops Death Mask Helm, but I'm just going to run by. There's also a Erdtree fragment on that statue's hand that we just jumped down from. And then you can find the cookbook sitting right here. To get the Battlefield Priest Cookbook 2, this gives you the Festive Grease. Head over to Castlefront, here in front of Castle Insys. And then we're going to make our way over to right here, and then drop down, and then just make our way down. Ignore this marker. We're going to jump up right here, up a Spirit Spring, and then another one right here. And that'll take us into behind the Fort Reprimand, and then we'll climb a tower, and that's where we'll find it. So if you have behind the Reprimand Grace, just go ahead and go there. Just make sure you're not taking too much fall damage when you fall. Hop up here. Here's the Spirit Spring. You can use Margit's Shackle to break it, or you can go up here. It would be right here. Just go ahead and hit it. Another one right here. Make sure you land inside the fort, not on to the right of it. Gonna go ahead and kill this guy. Going to jump over. It's okay if you don't make the jump, just go up the stairs. Inside of here, there's going to be a boss enemy. Just going to go ahead and take him out. Actually, let me buff up. Took a minute. Okay, here we go. And I missed. That's funny. Lag spike. And now that he's dead, we can go up the tower. He drops that Ash of War. And you'll find it sit in this chest. To get the Battlefield Priest Cookbook 3, this gives you the new Golden Vow consumable. Head over to High Road Cross. This is just right after Castle Insis, after Rolana. And then we're going to make our way up the road all the way to this tent right here, and that's where we'll loot it. I'm going to try to get around the furnace golem instead of fighting him. And we should find it sitting right here. To get the Battlefield Priest Cookbook 4, this is the Sun Warmth Stone. Head up to Storehouse first floor in Shadow Keep. Pretty easy to reach here, just go up to Shadow Keep and then linearly go through. And then once you're here, you're just going to go left and then down an elevator. Head in here. And then go hit this wall right here. And then you'll find it sitting right here. To get the Finger Weaver's Cookbook 1, this gives you Glinting Nail. Go over to the Cerulean Coast Cross. If you don't know how to reach the Cerulean Coast, go up to Castle Front. Head to right here, that's where you'll drop down. There'll be a flower and a cave. Go in the cave. You'll come to this grace, and then you'll head down. Go into another cave right here. You'll come to another grace, and then you'll pop out down here. And then you'll head down, and that's how you reach the Cerulean Coast. And then just head down further, and that's how you reach this grace. And then we're going to go up through here, and then we'll need to go around, and then up, and then back this way, and then we'll find it somewhere around here. So let's go down there. Hopefully I didn't take a wrong turn there. I believe it's through here. I believe we keep heading forward. Yep. Now here we are at the Finger Ruins. We gotta go down and then go around. keep on heading up. Now we're under the dragon. And you'll find the cookbook back here in this ruined house. Just sitting right here. To get the Fingerweaver's Cookbook 2, this gives you Fingerprint Nostrum. This one is a part of a questline guide, and if you watch my videos frequently, you'll know that I don't cover ones that are a part of longer quest lines. But I did actually do a full guide for this questline, and it's Count Ymir's questline. So go look at my All Sorcery Locations video on my channel, and that does a full questline guide for Count Ymir. And then almost at the very end, but right before you fight the last boss in that quest, right before you ring the bell, just next to the bell, on a lower level ledge to the left, that's where you'll get the cookbook. To get Fire Knight's Cookbook 1, this gives Mesmer Fire Grease and the Drawstring Mesmer Fire Grease. Head over to Morth Ruins. This is after Castle Ensis. You can go through Castle Ensis by defeating the boss, or you can go around down this way. There's a Spirit Spring. You'll hop up into here, and then you can leave that fort and head up the road. And then once you're here, we're just going to go right to this marker. It's right next to the Grace. And here it is. To get the Fire Knight's Cookbook 2, this one lets you craft Fire Coil. Head over to Castle Front. Really easy to get here. And then we just need to go over to this one right here, and that's where we'll find it. Just inside this tent right here. There it is. To get the Forager Brewed Cookbook 1, this gives you the Spellproof Pickled Liver. Head over to Morth Ruins. This is after Castle Ensis by defeating the boss. You'll pop out here. Or you can go to the front of the castle and then just go around it by dropping down here. There's a Spirit Spring. Hop up there. You'll be in this fort. And then you'll leave by going up through here, and you can get the ruins waypoint here. And then we're going to go down over to this marker and get it. And here he is. All we got to do is talk to this guy. And that's how you get that one. To get the Forager Brewed Cookbook 2, this one gives the Fireproof Pickled Liver. Head over to the Cliff Road Terminus. And if you don't know how to reach up here, just head over to Three Path Cross. And then go up the road a little bit. And before you go up the stairs, just go this way instead. And that'll bring you right down to where I'm at now. And then we're going to head over around here somewhere. And go ahead and pick it up from a pest enemy. But this one's not going to be an enemy, it's going to be friendly. See him sitting over there. And there it is. If he's not here for you, I've had this happen to me. It was after I went to Shadow Keep. It seemed to like erase this guy from existence. So if he's not here for you, that might be what happened. To get the Forager Brewed Cookbook 3, this one's the Lightning Proof Pickled Liver. Head to Castle Front, here in front of Castle Ensis. And you can also either head to Ellick River Cave or Ellick River Downstream. They would both be closer. But we're headed to this marker. And we'll need to travel through a cave system by going down over here, dropping down. There'll be a cave right here. That'll take us to this one. Then we're going to go through another cave, and that'll take us to this one, and then that's how we'll get over to here. So if you have either of those two graces, skip ahead. If not, we're going to make the run now. And now that we're down here, we can go over to this flower, and there's going to be a cave entrance next to it. There's a grace in here. That's the one I was talking about earlier. And you come out here, make a left. Oh. Go left here. There's a dead end on that side. Head down the rocks. And then up ahead's the grace that I was talking about earlier, the closest one. And some really nice scenery. Should be another one of the pest guys over here. There he is. To get the Forager Brewed Cookbook 4, this gives you the Holy Proof Pickled Liver. Head over to High Road Cross Grace. This is just after Castle Insis, after Rolana. And you'll also need to bring a healing source, because you'll need to heal one of those pest guys, and that's how you'll get it. I'm just going to use a Sunwarmth Stone or a Warming Stone. But I don't know if you can use spells or not, so you'll have to test that yourself. But we're headed right up here to right about here somewhere, right behind this church. Just look for a pest enemy. Should be around here somewhere. There he is. Curled up in a ball. Yeah, it looks like reloading the area, like going to a grace and coming back, or just quitting and reloading, made him able to be talked to. And there it is. You get the Forager Brewed Cookbook 5. This is the Opaline Pickled Liver. Head to the Morth Ruins. This is after Castle Ensis. You can also go to Castle Front and then hop down right here. There'll be a Spirit Spring. Hop up and that'll take you to Fort Reprimand, and then you can come out this way to where I'm at now. And then we're going to go here, go through a little cave. We'll pop out right here and then we'll go right up to this marker. There should be one of those pest enemies that we can talk to. That should give it to us. Yep, can see him there. And there it is. To get the Forager Brewed Cookbook 6, this is Well Pickled Turtleneck. Go to Church District High Road. And if you don't know how to reach this area, head over to Morth Ruins, right here. Go down into the big hole. You'll pop out at Bonnie Village, and then you can just go right up the road here. And the grace that I'm at is right here. And then we're going to go up this mountain to this marker, and then we'll be able to talk to another pest guy. And the pest guy will give us the cookbook. There's a lot of wolves in this area. Here's the pest. And there it is. To get the Forager Brewed Cookbook 7, you will need to have first gotten the Forager Brewed Cookbook 4. And you get that one down at the Church of the Crusade over by the High Road Cross. Just right here there will be one of those pest enemies, and you can heal it, reload the area, and go back and talk to it, and it'll give it to you. And once you've done that, you can talk to more.
Together, many things.
And then select talk to more.
The Forager give that.
And that's how you get that one. And this gives the Spirit, Raisin, and Charming Branch. To get the Gravekeeper Cookbook 1, this gives you the Peakbone Arrow as well as the Fletched version and the Bolt. Go down to the Cerulean Coast, where all the blue flowers are. If you don't know how to reach down here, go up to the Castle Front Grace, up in front of Castle Ensis, and then make your way over to here. There will be a drop down. You can drop down the cliff side. You'll see a big flower and a cave entrance right there. Just go through it. You'll go to this grace. You'll pop out right here. Go down. There will be another cave entrance. You'll find another grace, and then you'll pop out down here. And then just make your way down, and that's the grace that I'm at now. And then we're going to go over to here and loot it right in front of a tree. Careful of these shade guys, they can hit pretty hard. There it is. To get the Gravekeeper's Cookbook 2, this gives you the Polter Stone. Go down to Grand Altar of Dragon Communion. If you don't know how to reach this area, just go up to Castle Front, here in front of Castle Insis. And then go down the road. You'll find Pillar Path Waypoint. Go left over to Dragon Pit. Fight the last boss, and you'll pop out at Dragon Pit Terminus. Then go down the road, and that's how you reach the Communion. And then we're going to go up the dragon, drop down, and go right to this marker. And then we'll find it behind a rock. Should be behind that rock right there. There it is. To get the Greater Potentate's Cookbook 1, this is the Hefty Fire Pot. Go to Scorched Ruins. Here at the beginning of the DLC, and it's just going to be sitting right inside the ruins. And here it is. To get the Greater Potentate's Cookbook 2, this one gives you the Hefty Furnace Pot. Go to the Great Bridge North Grace. And then from this grace, we're just going to make a short walk right over to that marker, and that's where we'll find it. There it is. We'll see what this stuff is too, why not? Furnace Visage and a Furnace Visage. To get the Greater Potentate's Cookbook 3, this is for the Hefty Oil Pot. Go to the Skadoo Altus West Grace. This is after Castle Insis. You can also come from High Road Cross and go around, but the grace is right here. And then we're going to go down into this fort. It's called Fog Rift Fort. Look for a spot you can drop down. Should be right over here. And then in this fort is a bunch of Mesmer soldier enemies. It's a good place you can farm their set and weapons and stuff. But that's not what we're here for. We're here to make it to that bridge. You can see the body near the top of my helmet. That's where the cookbook is, so we're going to go past all these enemies and hopefully not die. And here it is. To get the Greater Potentate's Cookbook 4, this is the Hefty Magic Pot. Head over to Cathedral of Manus Matir. And if you don't know how to reach this area, go to Morth Ruins. Drop down into the big hole. You'll pop out in Bonnie Village, and then you'll go across the bridge. Head up the road. And that is how you reach this area. And then once you're here, we're going to just go right to this marker at the edge of the lake. And that's where we'll loot it. See it right here. There it is. To get the Greater Potentate's Cookbook 5, this is the Hefty Lightning Pot. Head over to Cliff Road Terminus. And you can go over to Three Path Cross and then just head up the road a little bit and go down this way instead of going up the stairs, and that's how you reach this grace. And then we're going to go down over to this marker right here, and it should be laying near some lightning rams. right here. And there it is. To get the Greater Potentate Cookbook 6, this gives the Hefty Red Lightning Pot. Go to Foot of the Jagged Peak, and then we're just going to turn around and go right over to here. And if you don't know how to reach this area, it's pretty easy. Go over to Castle Front, right in front of Castle Insis, and just go down the road. You'll come to Pillar Path Waypoint, go down to here. That's where you'll find Dragon Pit. Really short dungeon, just kill the boss, and then you'll pop out at the terminus right here, and then just go up this way. And then you can actually just loot it here, but I'm going to come from the Grace because it's way closer, and we're just going to drop down and go get it. Come over here. You should see a Spirit Spring down below us, right down there. Just going to do a little hop right here, just to make sure we land in it. And then you should find it sitting right here. To get the Greater Potentate's Cookbook 7, this gives you the Hefty Poison Pot. Head over to the castle front, here in front of Castle Insis, and then come over to right here. You'll make a drop down, and then you can go all the way over to this marker, and you'll find it somewhere around there. Just make sure when you're falling that you're not taking much damage. Don't fall too far. And now that you're down, you can just head forward, and then it should just be up ahead in the poison area. Should be right here on this body. And there it is. To get the Greater Potentate's Cookbook 8, this one gives you the Hefty Fetid Pot. Go up to the Ravine North Grace. And if you don't know how to reach here, go all the way over to the Morth Ruins. And then go up to this marker. There's going to be a little cave you can go into. You'll pop out right here. Go up to here and then go under this landmass. You'll come to Ancient Ruins Base, and then you can just make your way down. That'll bring you to Templetown Ruins. And then you can go up the river linearly to the Grace that I'm at now. And then from here, we're going to go over to this marker and get it. I'm going to get on the other side around these big bugs. You can get the Highland set or the Glory attire, I can't remember which one it is over there, as well as fight a boss that drops the Roar of Regalia incantation. And then you'll find the cookbook sitting right here on a big pile of poop. To get the Greater Potentate's Cookbook 9, this gives you the Hefty Rot Pot. Head to this grace right here in the green area. And to reach the green area, just go over to Shadow Keep, progress there, until you reach the first floor. go left and there will be an elevator. Take the bridge, and that's how you reach it. Pretty simple. And then progress through till this one. And then from here we're going to go up. Up ahead there's going to be an area with a bunch of those red pest guys that hit really hard with pest threads. And we do have to go through there. So bring something that reduces physical damage. Because they do auto hit you. Pretty much. And then you'll find the cookbook sitting right here. To get the Greater Potentate's Cookbook 10, this one gives the Hefty Fly Pot. Head to Great Bridge North. And then we're going to go right up to this building, and that's where we'll find it. There is a bug in here, right here. You'll find it, sitting right here. To get the Greater Potentate's Cookbook 11, this one gives the Hefty Freezing Pot. Go over to the Great Bridge North Grace or the 3-Path Cross Grace. You should have one of those. And then just head up the road a little bit. There'll be a big lake with a sleeping dragon. Just go past it. And then about right here, you'll find the entrance to the Ballarat jail. And then we can go ahead and walk this way. Ambush guy. This will break right here, but it's already broke for me. When you get in here, go ahead and jump through this window. When you reach the room with the big hole, go over to the guys that are kneeling down over there. And then for this part, all you have to do is walk off. You don't have to jump or run or anything. Just walk straight off onto the ledge. Just like this. And once you reach this one, the last one is actually an enemy, so we're going to drop off on this side. That's how you can avoid waking him up. There's an ambush enemy in this pot right here. If you walk around the side, you won't wake it up. Up ahead, we have another ambush to the left, and then those two pots come alive as well. You'll fall right here. And then once you reach this place, we'll need to kill this enemy right here. So let's go ahead and, whoops, didn't mean to do that. Kill it. Look for a spot with the pots to walk up right here. Ambush enemy to the left. Whoops, missed that entirely. Lag spike. And then you'll find the pot cookbook sitting right here. To get the Greater Potentate Cookbook 12, this gives you the Hefty Rock Pot. Head to Castle Front, here in front of Castle Insis. And you can also just go to Ellic River Cave Grace, that's closer, but that's where we're headed now. We're just going to drop down right here, there will be a cave, and we're going to go down to here. Careful of fall damage through here. Now head in this cave, you'll see a big flower, just go by them. There's a grace in here you can grab. That's the grace I was talking about earlier. And then once you have that grace, you can just easily head right over here. Hop on some rocks, and you should find the cookbook just up ahead. Right here. To get the Greater Potentate's Cookbook 13, you'll head over to Castle Front, just in front of Castle Insis. And then we're going to make our way down to the lava intake down here, and that's where we'll loot it, inside of there. Thankfully it's not too far inside of there, so it won't take us long to grab it. Feel free to grab the grace. Keep moving, avoid the fiery slime guys. And then you can just drop down right here. And you'll find it, sitting right here. To get the Greater Potentate's Cookbook 14, this gives you the Hefty Rancor Pot. Go over to Charo's Hidden Grave. And if you don't know how to reach this place, just go up to Castle Front. And then head down the road. You run into Pillar Path Waypoint, go left. Then you'll hit Dragon's Pit, kill the last boss, and you'll pop out at the terminus. Then go down the road. That'll bring you to the Grand Altar of Dragon Communion. And then climb up the dragon, go up through here, and then that will bring you to Charo's Hidden Grave. That's where I'm at now. And then we're going to head over here to this marker, and then we'll just loot it right off the ground behind a giant flower. And here it is. If you'd like Igon's Cookbook 1, this gives the Dragon Communion Grease as well as the Dragon Communion Harpoon. Go down to the Dragon Communion Altar. And if you don't know how to get down here, go over to Castle Front and then make your way down the road. You'll come to Pillar Path Waypoint, go down this way. You'll run to Dragon's Pit, kill the last boss, super short dungeon. Then you'll pop out on this side, and then once you reach here, just go down, and that's how you find the Dragon Communion. And then turn around and go to this marker, and inside of that ruined building is where you'll find the cookbook. Here it is. To get the Igon's Cookbook 2, this gives Dragon Communion flesh. Head to the foot of the Jagged Peak. If you don't know how to reach this grace, just go over to Castle Front, here in front of Castle Ensis, and then go down the road. Go to this grace, go right here to Dragon's Pit. You'll fight the last boss and pop out right here, and then you go up the road. Up here, there's a spirit spring, you'll jump up, and that'll bring you to the grace. And then we're actually going to go all the way up to Jagged Peak Mountainside Grace. If you already have this grace, just skip up there, because we're going to make quite a bit of a run up. But I want to show you guys the path up the mountain, so we're going to start from this one. When you get here, there's going to be 2 dragons fighting. You can do the fight if you want to. Once you finish that fight, you'll hear an NPC over on the other side. Right here. But you have to do the fight first. It's actually the NPC that's the name for this cookbook, Igon. Or Igon, I'm not really sure what the pronunciation for that is. Just keep on heading up. There's going to be a boulder that drops down. You can just go right into here. They'll send another one. Up ahead's going to be a big dragon boss. I think I'm just going to run past this one. Head up this big mountain. And once you pop out, we should be at the grace I mentioned earlier. Right here. And then from the grace, all you have to do is just go right over here. Should be right here. To get the Loyal Knights Cookbook, this lets you make the Royal Magic Grease as well as Drawstring Royal Magic Grease. Head over to Castle Ensis checkpoint. This is just inside of Castle Ensis. And then once you're here, just head out, and it's in the building actually right under the grace. So I'm going to take care of this knight and then go loot it. And here it is. To get the Frenzy Flame related cookbooks, the Mad Craftsman 1 through 3, you'll need to first head up to Main Gate Plaza here in the Shadow Keep area. Kill the big hippo boss, and then we'll need to go to an illusionary wall and ride a coffin. That'll take us over to the Castle Watering Hole Grace, and then we can make our way down over to Darklight Catacombs, beat the last boss of Darklight Catacombs, and then that'll pop us out right here, and then we can go get the Mad Cookbooks in this madness, insanity, scary area. But to do that, we'll just have to go this way. Gonna be some militiamen behind these boats. You can open up a shortcut down there. There will be a ladder sitting right here. Go ahead and go down. Just be careful at the bottom because it's pretty narrow. Go down this ladder. Right here will be a wall. Go ahead and roll. And then right here's the coffin we need to get into. This will take us to the watering hole grace. And here's the grace, the castle watering hole grace. And I don't think I'm actually going to show you the walk down to Darklight Catacombs. It's pretty straightforward. You just go down, go to this grace, hop over, and just keep heading down. Once you reach right here, there's coffins, as you can see by those 3 little marks. Just climb down those, and that's how you get to Darklight Catacombs. And then you beat the boss there, and that's how you pop out at Forsaken Graveyard. And then from here, we can go ahead and get the rest of them. To get the Mad Craftsman Cookbook 1, this gives the Frenzied Flame Pot as well as the Frenzied Flame Pot roped version. Go to the Divided Falls Grace here in the Madness area, the spooky guy area. And if you don't know how to reach here, go to How to Reach the Castle Watering Hole Grace, because I gave a full guide on how to reach this location in there. And then once you pop out here in the Forsaken Graveyard, all you have to do is travel straight through here. Just keep traveling through and then make your way up. And that's how you reach it. But do be warned, there is spooky guys in here. But once you are here, just go over this way. And I believe it's up on that body up there. There it is. To get the Mad Craftsman Cookbook 2, this is the Hefty Frenzied Flame Pot. Go down to the Abyssal Woods. This is the Madness area where all the scary guys are. If you don't know how to reach this area, go over to the timestamp that's labeled How to Reach the Castle Watering Hole, and that'll bring you down here. And then from here, we're going to go right to this marker, and we'll find it behind a tree. I think I'm going to go down and go around this way. Unfortunately, you can't mount here. Careful of the seeing eye guys. Looks like you can see through trees. I'm just gonna keep running. I'll do the whole guide with this guy on me. Just keep on moving. Should be a place we can get up and around. Did I actually outrun it? I didn't think you could. Just keep going. Looks like there's a place around this corner we can start go up. Yep, right here. And here it is. A little bit of a walk. To get the Mad Craftsman Cookbook 3, this gives the Surging Frenzied Flame. Go to Man's Hall. And if you don't know how to reach this area, it's in the Madness Spooky area. Go over to the How to Reach the Castle Watering Hole Grace timestamp. And in that timestamp, I explain how to reach down into this area. But then once you're here, all you have to do is hit this painting. Head past this guy. Pull this lever. Oh. Now this will be opened up. We can climb the ladder. Once you're up in these rafters, you can jump over into this doorway. And then you'll find the cookbook sitting right here. And there it is. To get the St. Trina Disciples Cookbook 1, this is the Eternal Sleep Pot. Go over to the Cerulean Coast Cross. And if you don't know how to reach the Cerulean Coast, just head up to the castle front, right in front of Castle Insis, and then go over to here. There'll be a drop down. You can go to here. There's going to be a flower and a cave entrance. You can just go through there. That'll pop you out to this. You'll come out here, go down, another cave entrance, another grace, and then you'll pop out right here, and then just keep making your way down. That's how you reach the Cerulean Coast, and then you'll just head down further to where I'm at now. And then we're going to go up to this marker, and at that tree is where we'll loot it. Careful of the little gap right here. And you'll find it sitting right here. To get the St. Trina Disciples Cookbook 2, this is the Eternal Sleep Grease or Drawstring Eternal Sleep Grease. Head over to the Cerulean Coast Cross Grace. And if you don't know how to reach the Cerulean Coast, it's pretty easy. Just go up to Castle Front, head over to here, drop down. There'll be a cave entrance. You can go through there. You'll pop out at this grace, head down. You'll see a waterfall, just keep heading down. Another grace. You'll pop out right here, and then that's how you find the Cerulean Coast, and then you can just keep heading down, and I'm at this grace right here. We're going to go around and go to this marker, and at the top of that hill over there is where we'll find it. Watch out for that guy. You'll find it's in right here. To get the St. Trina Disciples Cookbook 3, this lets you make Lolling Branch. You'll need to head over to the Stone Coffin Fissure down here in the very southern part of the map. If you don't know how to reach this area, go to Castle Front. Head over to right here, you can drop down. There will be a cave right here next to a flower. Head through there, you'll find this grace. Go down, another cave, another grace, and then you'll pop out right here, and then you can just keep heading down and you'll find the Cerulean Coast right there. And then I am down here, just go down inside of here. When you reach the fissure, if there's a seal at the door, you need to approach Shadow Keep to break it. And then from here we need to make an actually extremely long run over to the, I believe it's either this one or this one here, Fissure Depths. So if you have Fissure Depths or Fissure Waypoint, go there because they're way closer. But I wanted to show the full run through. Careful of that guy. There's a grace right there, feel free to grab it. Up ahead is going to be a really annoying area because there's a bunch of laser beam head enemies that fire at you really fast together. And then they do quite a good bit of damage too, so I'm going to use a damage reducer. First one that starts firing at you is right there. You can see him looking at me. See how fast that was? And then the next one's going to be this one and that one together, so we're going to go fight them. To the left around this corner is going to be a bird. We're just going to go around it. One there is going to be still firing at us, and I'm going to take the one out up here so we can safely reach the next spot. And then when you drop down right here, all of that's going to explode, so be really safe here. I'm still got it. It's tough to avoid that one. And And here we are at the first grace, the fissure waypoint. Gonna go ahead and rest. Head through here. Big blob. And then up ahead, this guy drops the multi-layered Rings of Light incantation. It's a pretty good one. I'd actually recommend it. And here we are at the Depths Waypoint Grace. Just the Depths Grace, rather. And up ahead's a boss fight. So I'm going to cut here, so just in case I die, I can just go film again. And now we just go ahead and kill the boss. Just go ahead and jump off the head. Hard to tell how fast that fire is coming. And then once that boss is down, we can go back this way. You'll be able to loot it right here. To get the Tibia's Cookbook, this gives you Call of Tibia. Go down to the Grand Altar of Dragon Communion. And if you don't know how to reach this area, you can go to Castle Front, go down the road. This will take you to Pillar Path Waypoint, go left. You'll find the Dragon's Pit, fight the last boss, and that'll pop you out here. And then you can just go down the road, and that's how you reach it. Pretty simple. And then we're going to go up the dragon and then drop down, and over at this marker we're going to have to fight a Tibia Mariner. And that Tibia Mariner will drop the item we're looking for. You can see it up ahead in the boat. I'm going to go ahead and buff up. There it is. And that brings me to the end of the video. If you liked it, leave it a like, consider subscribing for more guides to come, and thanks for watching.